So welcome to another section of Spotlight with Xaltius. So here we try to share the journey of our students who have taken the step and the boldness and confidence to also, venture into this career path. We try to share their stories, their experiences, and try to know more about them. And I believe your story is going to inspire someone else to take the next step to, boost their career um, in any of these options we offer as an academy. So I'll start, Mr. Aquinas. I hope I'm getting the name correctly.
Yes. You are saying it perfectly. My name is
Okay.
Aquinas.
So welcome, Mr.
Yes.
Aquinas. Welcome to Spotlight interview. So, Mr.
Thank you.
Aquinas James, can you just give us a brief about yourself, your name, the country, your educational program, your work background? At least let us get to know you for other persons who may not have met you before now. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. So my name is Aquinas Masakha. I am from Nairobi in Kenya.
Okay.
Uh, yes, my educational background starts with pre-primary education.
Mm-hmm.
But my post secondary education was centered around electrical engineering, where I studied a
Wow.
Bachelor of Science degree in electrical and electronics engineering in Kenya.
Okay. Okay.
After completing my studies, I started working as an electrical technician with uh, power lines construction company. I worked
Okay.
there for a number of years. Then I started working in substations where I
All
worked
right.
for, yes, I worked for, let's say, another year or two. And
Mm-hmm.
then I started now doing the job that's most recent, which is working in data center infrastructure.
Oh,
I'm in operations. I'm an operations and data center technician in a data center infrastructure company.
wow.
So I focus on providing uptime and availability for mission
Mm-hmm.
critical facilities,
Mm-hmm.
focusing on power, cooling, and network systems. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so this involves just providing the conducive environment for co-location service users to make sure that
Wow.
they have adequate power, they have adequate cooling, and as well as security around the infrastructure. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so my work is mostly centered around data center operations. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
I also have done some side projects, and I'm also an enthusiast in all things networking and
Mm-hmm.
cybersecurity, which is how I came to know of Xaltius
Yes.
Academy. I also took a course in cybersecurity. This was in between the months of February and around August, July this year. So.
Okay. Wow. Mr. Queen, your background is quite loaded. Like you have a lot. I think I should learn from you. But actually, I like your background. It actually like spelled out like you actually know what you're going for. It kind
Yeah.
of give you like it kind of like you actually focus on, okay, this is a career path I want to focus in, and I think you're giving your best shot at it. I'll say well done, sir. Well done. So
Thanks.
so basically I think for someone who just want to go into cybersecurity, like for you personally, what inspired your interest in cybersecurity? Was there any personal experience or career goal you have behind the decision? I know you have, but I just want you to share that with someone who may learn from that.
Okay, so it's actually a very personal story. I was speaking
Okay.
to a friend of mine, and I asked them if I can text them on WhatsApp. And their response was that someone breached their WhatsApp and was able to access their contacts and was soliciting
Wow.
for money from her friends through WhatsApp.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
yeah, I got interested in exactly how that can happen and just how vulnerable our lives
Mhm.
are. You understand that in recent years we have tended more and more to go online. We do most of our activities online. We access
Hmm.
our banking, our bank's accounts through online systems or online platforms. We speak to
Hmm.
most of our friends online. We store all our photos, all our documents online. So if you look at the
True.
trajectory in recent months, most of our life has gone online. And with that, there's also
True.
vulnerabilities because not all people in online have good intentions. Some people are looking to exploit your information to steal information for financial gain or just to maybe just for fun, just to prove that they can do it and just to mess up your life. So with the inspiration that things are going online and there's increased risk even for people that feel like they have nothing to lose by going online, you feel like there's a bit of exposure or vulnerability in you and all your life being online. So that inspired me to take an interest in what cybersecurity really is and how we can actually make our lives, our online lives, as secure as we can.
Wow. Actually, what you said is actually very true. And I think it's actually very quite common regarding the WhatsApp bridges and also some other social media hacking, like someone hacking through your account, your Facebook account, your WhatsApp
Mhm.
account, and trying to reach out to your contacts to ask for fund. And I think
Yes.
that is just a basic um can I say scenario regarding this. There are also more serious cases where someone can also hack into a company's data and into the database and system, and that may be very,
Mhm.
very detrimental to the company's reputation and also to the operations. So I think cybersecurity in
Yes.
this way actually help. People don't understand what it entails. So most of the time when we tell
Mhm.
people, cybersecurity, they always feel, I think it's just about WhatsApp, but they don't understand that it's actually more serious for an organization. Imagine, just like you said, if it's just
Mhm.
a personal person, like your own personal account, and someone can begin to
Mhm.
request form from your contact. How much if it's more like an organization thing where you're hacking to
Yes.
that may be so serious and so
Yes, yes, and this online breach is actually very well documented, very prominent
mhm.
and cyber aware companies like LinkedIn,
Yeah, yeah,
from Foursquare are getting hacked and people are losing their information and
exactly.
also their
Informations,
transaction
exactly.
details. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for that. So if I may ask Mr. Aquinas, so basically, can you just try to share what's so distinctive about Xaltius? Because I believe you also saw some other tech schools that I believe you maybe they have some other features and options and benefit. So what made you
Mhm.
actually like try to want to settle down to learn with Xaltius? What made us so different and unique?
Okay. So basically, how what really got me intrigued and interested in pursuing a course with Xaltius was one did not require any
Mm,
prior experience in cybersecurity. All I had in terms of experience was just my enthusiasm and interest in cybersecurity and my past experiences. So Excelsius offered me a program that aligned very well
okay.
with my lack of prior information on cybersecurity, as well as a very well structured
Mm-hmm.
course outline that entailed online classes,
Mm-hmm.
labs, and a lot of practical classes, and a very well meshed community. And so I
Mm,
looked at the kind of schedule that was being offered to me. It was very flexible because I also have to work from, let's say, Monday to Friday
yeah.
and still pursue this course.
Mm-hmm.
So the weekend online
Mm-hmm.
classes and the additional labs to do on the side were very well aligned with my current work schedule and also the time
Mm-hmm.
that I could avail to pursue the course in cybersecurity.
Mm. Okay.
So I
Thank you
really
so much.
loved how stuff that was and also enabled me to also very well mesh into the course and
Mm-hmm.
still not force anything in my life
Mm.
or in my work.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that's more like a advertisement for us because trying to actually you actually said
It's,
well and no
yeah.
I get it.
So,
I get it. And what everything you said actually true. And no most persons they may be like having okay I want to know about Exaltius. How did the program run? Because before now there are other tech schools who offer similar programs, but they want to be sure
yeah.
if this is actually compatible with their schedule and if it actually meets the expectations. So thank you for
Mhm.
confirming that. So I can you
Mhm.
just tell us what topics actually stood out for you among all was that was discussed during the 6 months? What do you think? Which of the was it ethical hacking? Was it cryptography? Was it network administration?
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, there's so much to choose when you ask me that question. I really don't know. All I can say is I enjoyed the course from beginning to the end. But
Oh,
the topic that really, really stood out for me was open source intelligence. Just telling
okay.
you how you can harvest information by simple everyday things. Things like
Mm,
someone's LinkedIn profile, someone's photo.
Mm,
Someone takes a
mm,
random photo and they post it online, but it tells you a lot of information, be it
yeah.
metadata, be it the bag they're wearing, be it the color of their shirt, be it the background. You can actually gain a lot of
Oh.
information from just looking at everything, things that
Mm,
we see online every day in online or
mm,
wherever. So I love the
wow.
open source intelligence. The instructor told us about the OSINT framework. It tells you
Mhm,
every kind of information and where you can get it through a simple online tool. So for doing
mm,
a passive reconnaissance, the kind of
mhm,
reconnaissance where you have to touch someone's network, but still gather
mhm,
that information, was very spot on for me. It was very practical and it really stuck for me. I also enjoyed the part of hacking and protecting our web applications because we actually, most of our life involves interacting with the web. Most, when you look at most apps, we can still access them via the web. So that means there's more vulnerability on the web
mhm,
applications and on the website side of the online activity. So, open source intelligence,
mm,
web applications, as well as the cyber kill chain, how you can actually take that and someone is trying to attack you by because you
yeah,
as being an ethical hacker, just knowing that when
true.
I attack something, I'll start by reconnaissance, then I'll do enumeration. So when you see some activity in your network, you can tell something is happening here. So those were very practical classes for me, and they really stick to me to this day.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for that. Also, how will you talk about the capstone project? That's for the last 2 months, the last 2 month project. So, can you just give us a little bit about it so people understand how that works and what it entails?
Mhm. Yeah, so
Yes,
the
sir.
capstone was part of our final projects and involved a number of things. So you entertain us as students trying to uh, do something live by exposing some, rather exploiting vulnerabilities in an actual lab, an actual host machine, just going through some of the things that you have learned, seeing the kind of things, the kind of ways you can access someone's network, and maybe exploit it through privilege escalation or just getting some information that you should not be able to access it. So the Capstone project
Mm-hmm.
was also very interesting for us because for the first time we were able to get to interface what you have learned in class and what can happen in real life through a real lab experience. So it was also something, it was very innovative and very helpful for us as students. So it really
Wow.
stuck out for me as well. Especially
Wow.
because it came once you've been taught about all these ways
Mm-hmm.
to secure our network and also do some enumeration to understand any vulnerabilities that may stand out in someone's network.
Wow. Zakones, honestly, the way you're speaking, it seems you yourself can also be a tutor right now. Like you actually understand this thing so very well. And I'm actually very impressed with at least with what the information you're sharing. It actually like tells that you got the best from the program. And th I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Okay, another
mhm,
question I may want to ask is
mhm,
regarding the committee and like the community and the mentorship.
mhm,
So,
mhm,
can I ask, how was your
mhm.
interaction with the instructors, with your mentors, and with the Xaltius support team? Do you feel they were very supportive and did they encourage you throughout your learning experience? Yeah. So I just wanted to share your experience, how it was.
Okay. So what I really got on during the past few classes was the teacher encouraged peer-to-peer interactions. They'd like you to understand that you're not doing this alone. It's not just you versus the instructor, but actually
Hmm.
it's you inside a group, and then it's you versus the teacher. So the teacher would encourage us to maybe do a project, for example, something as simple as looking at an email and you can you tell whether the email is legit or is a phishing email. Then he asks in the whole community, and then every person in the class will write a comment. I think this email is a phishing attack because the email address looks very off. Or let's say, for example, the person is saying something very generic, so it can't be, they
Hmm.
know, yeah, they're speaking about anything in particular. So the instructors would encourage us to to say what we think about any situation. And they'll also give us leeway to interact among each other to maybe, even if it's a project, they will encourage you to even reach out to them past the classes. The instructor will
Mm-hmm.
tell you, work on this lab. In case you encounter any problems, reach out to me separately. Things, something as simple as even installing Kali Linux. The teacher was always there, and he made it very clear. If you can't be able to get it in the first time, you can reach out to me privately, and we can take this offline. So it was very encouraging to know that the teacher is on your side, the whole class is with
Wow.
you in this, and you're just moving on with them. It was it fostered a very strong measure of community as well as the lecture, which really helped us to learn from each
Mm-hmm.
other and with the teacher's instruction and mentorship as well.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So can I ask this question? So with all this you have learned, what aspect of cybersecurity do you think you want to focus on? Are you going for GRC? Are you going for ethical hacking? What do you want to pick out as your niche? Yes, sir.
Uh, yeah, the whole field of cybersecurity, I can say, is very interesting. Once you
Okay.
just understand how much of your life is online and how vulnerable it is, you actually understand how much you need to know this. But personally, I think I'm attracted to the certified ethical hacking career trajectory, and I'd like to just become a fully fledged certified ethical hacker. I'd like to look
Wow.
at people's vulnerabilities and just speak to them and tell you, hey, you can improve on this, you can do this better. So for one, it will also help me to further my skill and to develop that keen eye that is required to understand
Mm,
these vulnerabilities. And also, if I get the required certifications, the foundation of which I've gotten through Xaltius, I can actually convert this into something that gives me some monetary gain as I do
mhm.
something that I really love outside work. So it's actually
Wow.
a three-pronged
In
sword, if I
one,
can call it. Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. Yeah, so I'd like to
yeah.
become a certified ethical hacker eventually, and I'd like to pursue additional certifications in cybersecurity.
Sure, sure. Wow, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, can I just ask you, for someone who's more like a beginner, let's say
Um,
does not have any background in tech and wants to go into cybersecurity, so what would be like your advice to such people who want to venture into cybersecurity, but maybe they're feeling, oh, maybe I don't have a very strong background in tech like Aquinas. So what would be
mhm.
your advice for such person? How do you think this is something that can work for them still?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So what I can say to someone that is feeling overwhelmed, or they look at the whole cybersecurity field and just imagine how expansive it is. You are not wrong. It's very expansive. But start where you are with what you have and
Hmm.
however you are, and you just get there. Once you understand just how interesting and how intriguing this course is, you will not need any other motivation. It's just the motivation enough for you to just keep working. Keep learning skill after skill. Today you learn about how to install Linux. Tomorrow you learn
Hmm.
how Linux has all these tools that come with the package. Then how do you use
Hmm.
one of that skills? How do you use the other tool? Just build on every foundation day after day, and you'll notice that you're just becoming this experienced security person. And the foundation that Xaltius offers actually helps you to understand from a very basic level just these tools, just why Linux can be used is the preferred open operating system for ethical hackers, and just how much it can help you in your both in your work and in your studies. So I can
Hmm.
say just start where you are with what you have, however you are. And I can attest to the fact that the Excelsius cybersecurity course was very helpful for a foundational course in the path to a fully fledged cybersecurity career.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Aquinas. Thank you for today. All that you have shared have really, really been, I believe someone have been inspired by this, someone have been encouraged, because I know many persons actually say, oh, maybe I don't have a background in tech. How will I start? But I think from what you said, I
Mhm.
think anyone can start. Just start from where you are. And I'm looking at the program structure of Xaltius. We try it. It's actually a beginner-friendly program. So we start from the
Mhm.
basic to the intermediate to the advanced. So wherever you're
Mm,
coming from, I believe everyone can still be part of this program. On a final note, I would
yes.
also thank you, Mr. Aquinas, and I wish you more success in your career path. I believe you are going to do better things, like more good things after the completion of this program. I
Oh
wish you the
yeah,
best.
yeah. Yes, yes, and thank you very much for this. But I think also credit goes to the Xaltius team. The instructors were very helpful. The whole community was very supportive and very open to sharing the experiences and just what they understand and not pretend like they are these experts, but just learning from all of us. So it was credit goes to Xaltius as well, and I thank you guys for that.
Thank you, thank you. And for someone watching
Yes,
this, I
yes.
would just say, I believe might have inspired you, and I believe you can take a step forward in cybersecurity. So I'll say to all our viewers who are watching, next time join us on Spotlight's interview. Thank you, Mr. Kunes, and goodbye, sir.
Thanks you, Ola. See you around.
Thank you so much, sir.